Well, hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our next set of music lessons. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about video game music today. And in Mr. Griffin's, you're going to be going over making some video game music. But before we get to that, what exactly are we talking about when we're talking about video game music? Well, obviously, we're talking about music that goes into video games. And why is that important? That's the big thing. It's because music sets the tone. And not just in video games, right? Music sets the tone in movies. It sets the tone in TV shows. It sets the tone when you're walking and you put headphones on, or when you're at the gym and putting on some music to make sure that you get going, right? Music sets the tone in our lives, right? In a lot of ways. But in video games, without music, video games could be pretty boring. It's video games, music, that really sets the tone and makes it so that you feel what the designer is trying to make you feel, right? So let's get into that and take a look, okay? I'm going to go ahead and link this down in this video. But I am taking some of my ideas. I'm going to go ahead and give a little credit to 8-Bit Music Theory. It's a really cool channel. It's very weighty when it comes to actual music theory, so it may be not something you're completely into. But if you really do want to get into a little bit more about reading music and kind of the theory behind music, it is a cool channel. Maybe something you might want to check out. But credit where credit's due. Some of this stuff that I'm going to be talking about today comes from him. And we're going to start with one of my favorite videos from his channel. He talks about in one of the videos what makes Mario fun to play. Right? And obviously the controls in Mario are fun, right? It's fun to jump. It's fun to stomp on Goombas. It's fun to do all that kind of stuff. Move, the 2D Marios and the 3D Marios alike. But in all of the Mario games, right, music really sets the tone. So let me prove that to you, okay? Just really quickly from the video that I was talking about, why does Mario's music sound so fun? We're going to skip ahead, and I'm just going to play a little clip that plays some of the different tunes from some of the different Mario movies. Or, sorry, Mario games, not movies, okay? So here it is. Here's just a little piece, okay? Skip ahead here.
Musically experienced audience. So the music is easy.
All of that sounds pretty fun, right? It makes you kind of want to play Mario, doesn't it? Especially if you've played any of those games and you recognize the tunes. It's the music that really kind of sets that tone and making it sound fun, okay? But if you needed further examples, okay, let's get really specific. And let's go back to the very first Mario game, okay? Mario on the Nintendo Entertainment System, or the NES. The first... Oops, let's get that. Okay, the first Mario game, okay, this is the first level of the first Mario game, or World 1-1, right? And if you've ever played the original NES Mario, you'll recognize this because this is the first level that you play. And look at it, it looks pretty cool. It's got blue skies, it's got, clouds that kind of have faces on them, don't they? And it's got greenery in the background. It just looks kind of fun, okay? And it's the first time you experience jumping around and playing with Mario. And the song, right, that I was about to play right now is going to be instantly recognizable, one, because Mario is so big, but two, because it's just so much fun, right? So it really makes you want to play Mario. So check it out. Here we go. And again, this is something that you instantly hear it and you're just ready to play, right? It gives you a smile on your face. It's really kind of just a fun song. And it really sets the tone for Mario. It makes you want to jump around and just have some fun, okay? But in World 1-2, okay, so you kind of play through the world, you go down, you get the flag, you go down the pipe, and all of a sudden you end up in a very different place. Okay, 1-2 is a cave, right? And you can see it. It's constricting around here. You got a different color scheme, right? So the blue skies, it's now dark and cavernous. You have all these, basically you're tightened in now. You can't just jump up and go anywhere, right? And the music changes, the tone, it changes. And it makes it feel kind of scary and foreboding, right? Take a listen. Right? So it's a very different tone from the ba 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 ba, right? We are very much in a different place. And the music makes you feel that way, along with the visuals. Everything goes together, right, to set the tone for what the game designer wants you to feel. Or, in the case of a movie or a TV show, how they want you to feel too, okay? This goes into really any video game. Okay, and video game composers, music composers for video games, and composers for movies really have to spend a lot of time watching what they're composing the music for, and talking with the producers of the games and movies in order to figure out, okay, what's the tone you want, and then they look at the video of what's going on, and they set a tone with that music. They compose to make you feel a certain way. Okay, let's go over a couple more examples. So let's stick with Nintendo, and we're going to go to Breath of the Wild, okay? So there's not a lot of music, honestly, in Breath of the Wild. If you've played Breath of the Wild, there's actually a lot of times when you're running around Hyrule Field that there really isn't there is not a lot of music. Sometimes it's just you hear you rustling through the grass, right, and the clinking of your armor. But when there is music that plays, it's calming, right? The world of Hyrule, in this case, is kind of long past the time of conflict, and Ganon's being held at bay, and you're just kind of rolling around this kind of empty field. And so the music's calming. It's almost like you're kind of taking a nature walk. Take a listen. So you hear a piano, you hear birds, right? Bugs. There's big parts of silence. It's peaceful. So that's Hyrule Field, right? And when you're playing the game, the music kind of brings a calm. You're kind of, it's the calm before the storm, really. When you get into a fight, things change, okay? But when you're just rolling around the field, and as you can see in these pictures, there's not much around, right? The composer wanted a calming sense, right? That can change, though. So, for example, if you get on a horse now, okay? Let's go to the next slide here. Moment you get on a horse, the music can change, okay? And now this is a lot more exciting to be rolling around the field on a horse, yeah? You're going faster and all that stuff. So the music itself changes. Take a listen. So you still have that piano from before, okay? But it's much faster pace. There's less just times of silence, right? There's a little beat going. The rhythm is a little faster. And you can even hear, actually, let me play it another second. So those are violins coming in. So still peaceful, right? It's still very soothing music, but it gets, it takes some of that silence out, and it's a little bit more energetic, right? And it's energetic because you're, riding around on this horse, right? So the music should complement the gameplay, right? Whatever's happening in the game the music complements it and sets the mood towards how the producers and the designers of the game want you to feel, right? Let's go with at least one more example here. So looking at a game that was fairly popular a few years ago, Undertale. Let's look at a boss fight from Undertale. So this song got really popular. The whole soundtrack got pretty popular, I think, and for a good reason. It's a very good soundtrack. But listen to what like boss music sounds like. So this should be kind of like an exciting piece of the game, right? So unlike Breath of the Wild, where we were kind of sitting in that kind of calming, soothing thing, here is more of an excitement because you're facing a boss, and this is what the music sounds like. So much more energetic, right? It really kind of is getting your heart racing, and that's because you're in the middle of a boss fight, right? So music really sets the tone, okay? It's supposed to make you feel something, okay? And it's supposed to complement what's happening in the gameplay. I know Mr. Griffin is going to be going into Mario. Okay, you guys are actually going to be looking at Worlds 1, and 1, 2, and kind of going through composing music that fits the mood. I hope you guys enjoy that, and just remember that you can kind of go on and check out some other video game music. Really kind of be thinking about that next time you're playing video games. If you're playing Minecraft, what does the music sound like? It's great music. I used to play Minecraft music when when my students were taking tests and stuff because it was perfect music for that. Why, right? What mood were they trying to give? Next time you're playing any game you're playing, listen to and pay a little more attention to the music. What's it trying to make you feel? I hope you guys enjoy the assignments, and yeah, enjoy, guys. Have some fun with it. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to do. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.